To politics now, and a dire situation as emergency unemployment benefits have now expired for millions of Americans, and still there's no new coronavirus relief package. President Trump is demanding higher payments to Americans in need, and so far is refusing to sign the $900 billion package Congress approved. ABC's Rachel Scott is in Washington, D.C. with more. Rachel, good morning.
Janae, good morning. And the stakes are high. At least 14 million Americans have already lost their unemployment benefits. And to make matters worse, the government will shut down tomorrow at midnight. That bill is a lifeline for so many Americans, and it's in the president's hands awaiting a signature. This morning, the nation on the verge of a government shutdown. Funding runs out at midnight tomorrow. For millions of Americans, unemployment benefits have now expired, and in just a few days, the federal moratorium on evictions will too. In Iowa, Amanda Drennan lost her job of 16 years back in March.
I don't know what is ahead for me and my family.
Now she is struggling to put food on the table for her two children.
I have not been sleeping well the last few nights. I could do this to make money. I could consign some clothes. I could donate some plasma.
After more than 6 months, Congress finally passed the bipartisan stimulus package to get relief to the American people. The president's own team helped negotiate the bill and even signaled he would sign it. But now the president is demanding last-minute changes, tweeting, "I simply want to get our great people $2,000 rather than the measly $600 that is now in the bill." Some Americans agree $600 just isn't enough.
$600 is very insignificant for the individuals trying to feed their families.
Lawmakers on both sides have said the bill isn't perfect, but they say it is absolutely critical to get immediate aid to Americans like Lee Darty, owner of Alexander's Bar in Dallas, Texas.
We're churning through all reserves. I never thought it would get here. We've had great planning.
And in California, Daniel Mears has been using his personal money to keep his nightclub open.
10 months of zero revenue, $0 coming in. There's nowhere to turn. There's nowhere to ask for help.
And so many Americans like Daniel told us that they feel like they are going off a cliff. So the president does have some options. He could sign the bill or he could veto it. If he waits several days, it will expire. President-elect Joe Biden is hoping that it does not get to that point. He is urging the president to sign that bill to get relief to the American people and promising that more will be on the way under his administration. But it's just unclear how soon it will get to Americans. It took more than 6 months for Congress to reach this deal. Dan?
So many open questions here. Rachel Scott, thank you very much. Let's bring in ABC's Jonathan Karl, who is our chief White House correspondent, also the author of the excellent book that came out this year, Front Row at the Trump Show. John is in Washington, where he will be hosting this week later this morning. John, good morning. So based on your reporting, do you think Trump is likely to sign this bill at some point?
Well, this is really something, Dan. I have asked that exact question several times of the president's press secretary, of his entire press team, and there is no answer. They cannot clarify for me whether or not the president is actually threatening to veto this or just asking for these changes. And you can understand their situation, Dan. It was about a week ago when the White House press office put out a statement suggesting the president would sign it as soon as it got to his desk. So I think that the bottom line is that nobody in the Trump administration knows what he will do except perhaps for the president, and he's not saying.
But you've been watching President Trump even before he was president. You've been watching his public life for a long time, as you wrote about in your book. So do you have an inkling, do you have a sense of what his end game could be here? Is this a principled stand? Is it a play for attention? Is it neither? Is it both? What do you think?
I think that what is going on here, Dan, is the president realized, and he is the negotiator. He takes pride in being the ultimate negotiator. He realized this is the last moment of supreme leverage that he may have as president. This is a bill that absolutely must pass, or we'll see a government shutdown. We'll see, people thrown off the unemployment rolls. So he belatedly realized, hey, here's my chance to put my big mark on it. I don't think there was a lot of strategy on it beyond that.
Perhaps some presidential flexing here. John Karl, always great to have you on a Sunday morning. Thank you very much. And
Thanks,
everyone, please don't forget to watch John hosting this week later this morning. He's going to go one-on-one with Bernie Sanders, the senator from Vermont, to discuss the COVID relief bill and what lies ahead there. Plus, Maryland Governor Larry Hogan and U.S. Surgeon General Jerome Adams talk about the latest in the pandemic. That's all coming up on This Week later this morning.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.